All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. As we always do before we get started, we just want to thank you for supporting us, our Care Bars partners who are watching this stream. Thank you so much for joining our team. We greatly appreciate it. All those who have supported Search for Uhuru over the years as we have grown. Thank you as well. It really means a lot. Make sure you guys go to dynastymirror.com. Go to dynastymirror.com. Subscribe to our email list so you can stay up to date on what's going on with us. And also, too, go to amazon.com. Again, go to amazon.com and buy the sales book, Sales Motivation 101. Get off your butt and cold call. YouTube's so funny, so we're going to give you the PG version. Get off your butt and cold call. So go there, buy a copy of the book, you guys. It's right there. It is right here. Go support, buy a copy, all that good stuff. So today's topic, they're talking about how this coronavirus pandemic, how it's affecting the economy. And, some are predicting that, the world might be going into a recession. But as we learned from the Great Recession back in, was it 1920, Fitzgerald? 19...
yeah, about 1920, 28, 29, somewhere like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. There were people who struggled and lost a lot, but there were people who became rich. Same thing in 2008. There were people who lost a lot, but there were people who became rich. So, me, Fitzgerald, you who are watching this, we go into a recession. The mindset needs to be that the world might be going into one, but not us. We're at the point now, you have to have the mindset where you control your own economy. All right. As we said, your economy starts at home and you control that. So, like I said, the world might be going into a recession, but the attitude that we're carrying is it's not going to affect us. That's where we're at moving forward. We're going to strive instead of just survive. We're going to thrive, instead of just surviving. So that's how we are moving forward in regards to just life, period. And I hope we don't go into recession. I hope the foreclosures don't happen. I hope all this stuff doesn't happen. But you have to prepare. Right. I mean, you have to prepare. As Monday, Utu Ibo Kwenu Monday, a wise man prepares for the unknown. A wise man prepares for the unknown. A stupid man depends on the government. As for me and my kids, I will never be a subject to nobody's mercy. That's the attitude to have.
Yeah.
So, with Care Bars, guys, link is, shout out to Monifa. Link is in the chat, and Angelica Bullard. Link is in the chat room. Link is on the screen, and you can see it scrolling by, and the ticker at the bottom is also in the description. Sign up my affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. Click on my affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. And I'm going to personally call you, and we're going to walk you through and, put you in a position to where you'll be successful. So everyone, thank you so much for joining. I have my brother on with us, as we do almost every day. My brother, Fitzgerald Stephens, is on with us today. And, he's going to be giving my brother, my confidant, my mentor, and he's going to be giving us his thoughts in regards to the subject. And Fitzgerald, go ahead and take it away.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, blessed day. I had a Dynash. You remember Atlanta Tire and Auto Service? Do you remember? Do you remember Quentin Brown, QB?
Is that the
QB about 6'3"? About 220 something.
Is that he works at Audi or went to Audi?
Yeah. He used to do the Audis, but he would work on. He owned Extreme Wheels and Tires. So okay. I was in one part of the building, he was in another. Brilliant businessman, and still doing very well up there off of the Forest, the Forest Circle in Atlanta off of Howell Mill. Quentin said this to me years ago. He said, Fitzgerald, it's not a recession for everybody. He said it's not a recession for everybody. He still had people that were coming there, but spending $10,000-$15,000 on tires and rim packages, even though with the recessions, you still saw people who are looking at the recessions like it was like gold on the ground for them just to pick up. I mean, because the way they had their self position, people were still buying houses, people were still selling houses, people were still buying cars, people were still buying watches and any other thing in commerce, but they made their money in a different type of way, and so they was in different type of vehicles, and they had the ability to hedge against such losses as stock market crashes. They had the ability to not be so over leveraged with one industry as opposed to another. They definitely had multiple streams of income. I remember giving a guy a ride one time going up Piedmont. This is in Atlanta, very affluent area, and he was talking to me about Home Depot stock. He had just had picked some of that up and had not just had picked it up, he picked it up and it was doing very, very good to him. Home Depot stocks and Lowe's stocks are still going up right now. So there are certain venues and certain streams that seem to thrive in downturn moments. We hear about, often you've heard me talk about where people are losing hundreds of millions, not billions of dollars with their various stock purchases or other vehicle income instruments that have been tied to the stock market. Then you have the other group. I mean, they're making hundreds of millions of dollars because they knew how to leverage. They have been and are sitting on pockets of cash, so they're able to buy premium stock at a fire sale right now. That also includes like housings, and so that's going to come up. So what you have to do, you have to think and you have to position yourself in your financial life, or your business life, even in your family life, your personal life. You got a recessionary proof your economy. You really do. You got to position yourself where you win, whether the market dips, or you definitely win when the market rises. You're like studying consistent. So in order to do that, you're not over leveraged. Your debt ratio is practically zero or at zero. I mean, your credit rating is strongly protected. I'm talking about somewhere like in the 800s, the 800 plus things. I mean, it's super credit, that you have, that you can leverage that when these opportunities come up, when the interest rates drop, you can use debt as a tool as opposed to financing the financial liabilities. So some people they're taking that and they're buying a property that's probably lost about 20 to 30%, even 40% of its value in some cases, and they're going out there picking it up for literally dimes. Because they know the market's going to come back. Like with real estate, people, as long as the babies are being born, there's going to be a need for housing. So they can look at it, or they can look at, okay, this stock is down right now. It's been a traditional good company, good manufacturing base, good product base. Okay, it's dropping down right now. Let me go ahead and scoop up some of these shares that was maybe something like $800 at one point. Now I can pick them up for like $215 or something like that. And they look for vulnerable, distressed companies. They look for vulnerable, distressed opportunities, but they have their self position that they can take advantage of that. And whether that's in the international markets, because it's not just the United States or Europe or Africa, if you have the right savvy and the right business acumen, and you definitely get the right training, it doesn't take that much. You can educate yourself to see how to take advantage of that. And I don't think you necessarily always got to have a financial planner. I think that's a fancy term for saying like, I need someone to look after my money because I really don't want to learn what I need to do to take care of my own. Yeah, you heard me right. Because you know what? If I'm making multiply millions, you better believe ain't nobody gonna know how to do it better with me. And then Shaquille O'Neal is a prime example of that. Shaquille O'Neal, you know, he has a net worth of $400 million. Okay, when he first got his rookie contract with the Orlando Magic, no, he said he went through $1 million right away. He received a phone call from his banker, and his banker gave him some harsh love. He said, "You know what? You keep spending this rate, you're gonna be broke. You're not gonna have anything left." So he put a screeching hold onto that, and started building his business empire. I think along the line, they said that he had owned somewhere along the line over 200 Five Guys in the Burgers restaurant.
I think he owns a lot of Outback steakhouses too.
Yeah. He has a house right down there in McDonough, Georgia. You know, on the outskirts down there, same town I used to live. Among other things, a very, very accomplished man. You know, sitting on about $400 million, but he was doing this interview, and he said, when he was going in there doing these deals and stuff, the people would talk to his agent. You know, he said they would almost like discount. I wasn't in the room, and so I just said, I said, hey, listen, don't talk to him, talk to me. He can't do anything without me telling you to in the first place. And he said, I knew I had to learn business. So he went to school and got his MBA, received his MBA, just to learn how to run business. He took, you know, it was his money. He wanted to be sure that he kept it. He took responsibility for it. So that wasn't good enough for him. So he went on and added a doctorate degree, you know, as far as onto his MBA. Now he's in pursuit of a law degree. What am I saying? This is a man who made the moves, who put himself in to grab that residual income, that business income, was savvy enough, but he wasn't going to leave his business empire at the mercy of others. You know, Oprah Winfrey had said, you know, she had one of her favorite business sayings is, and I firmly believe it, always sign your own checks. Tyler Perry practices that philosophy right now. So when we talk about leveraging, getting your family in to receive residual income, believe it or not, and I'm going to say this, that is not the difficult part. That is not the difficult part. Another lesson my father, John Henry Stephens, taught me. He said, no, anybody can get, you know, a house. Anybody can get a woman. Can you keep them? Can you keep them? That's getting it. That's the easy part. Can you hold it? Can you keep it? I never forgot that. So what, in order to keep it, you have to be educated in the ways of keeping it. And you certainly, it's one of the ways is not by saying like, I got people for that. That sounds good, but that primarily means that maybe you need to quit being so lazy with your affairs that you know your affairs better than someone else. Therefore, you know it's something. If someone brings you, say this is a good deal, you know how to read numbers, you know how to read spreadsheets, you know how to read return on investment numbers, you know how to evaluate it to see if it's really good, because it's very easy for someone to spend your money, especially when they don't have no skin in the game. And then we see mega athletes, you know, especially here in the United States, have made multiplied millions of dollars but end up broke. You know, one comes to mind, Mr. Anton Walker. You know, made over $100 million in his NBA basketball career, primarily with the Boston Celtics, had declared bankruptcy. Latrell Sprewell and a lot of these guys made the money, but didn't understand the workings of the money. Didn't know how to watch the agents. Just left everything to play like that. You can't do that. See, we're getting a residual income, building you up a residual income with carrot bars. That's not difficult. I mean, that I used to think it is, but it's not difficult. Actually, it's a system of wealth. Now build it up. You know, there are people making a lot of money. Some of them as high, some of them as high as well over 6 figures, and that's monthly. You know, you look at some of the highest paid networking people in the world. I mean, some of them making about, you know, close to, you know, $2 or $3 million a month. It's doable. I told you this business pays out $180 billion per year. That's not the issue. Dynas and I can get you there. We can get you there. The trick of the matter is, what's your system for keeping it? Because if you depend on if you don't know how to read markets, or you don't know how to get out, when to get out, when to get in, you're going to lose. And you're subject to lose all your principal. Even if you have a residual income, remember, I believe the purpose of things, as the rules of the Most High made, everything should produce after its own kind. So money's job is to make you more money, to make you more money, to make you more money, to produce after its own kind. But you have to get financial education. You have to get abreast on tax laws. You have to get abreast for you, because it's your money. Remember, anyone can say this is a good idea and this is a good idea. You need to move on this. You need to move on this. You need to move on. First of all, you need to evaluate the source. And second of all, you need to ask them, what do they stand to gain or lose from this? Or what do they stand to gain from this? Okay. And so they don't really think about the losses. That's on you. If that loss, well, you knew the risk. Well, I believe in mitigating risk. And to mitigate risk, you have to have education. Or to do that, you have to have a good brain trust people who are knowledgeable with the areas that you need them in, i.e., like a good tax attorney, a very good accountant. If you're going to go into real estate, maybe you need to have a personal friend who's a broker, like I do. You have to have people who are qualified for you to do what they need to do. Not necessarily they're your boys or your girls. That doesn't count. They have to understand your business, where you're trying to go. They have to have a proven track record of getting other people there, and they have to be held accountable for far as to you. And you must know if they're on their game or not. We can show you how to build a residual income in Carrot Bars. It's not hard. I used to think it was. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But as my father said, it's not what it's not what you get. Anybody can get something. The trick of the matter is, can you hold to it? Okay, so we're seeing volatility in the market. I was reading. I wish I would have bought the magazine. Maybe I just got to go pick it up, and where next show I can actually bring it on to show you. Time magazine. A very influential magazine in this nation. On the cover, they had something like the Second Great Depression, and they was comparing it to the Depression of 1920 with the number of job losses and with the number of people out of work, and it's going to keep getting worse. Now, Fitzgerald, why do you keep harping on it every day? Because I'm letting you know what's happening if you don't do anything. Right. I'm letting you know what's already happening out there right now. I'm letting you know that you don't have a choice but to put a home-based business together. It's not something fancy to do. The whole dynamics has changed. Maybe it changed more so probably in 3 generations. My grandfather, Marcus Stephens, and my other grandfather, Arthur Stanford, they were born back around 1910, 1915. Both of those men are gone now. So that would have been the first generation, and then the second generation, my dad, born 1948. Daddy's about 76 years old. Then I'm the third generation. So really, we're only 2 generations removed from the last depression. Not that long ago, and we're starting to see similarities, because there are people who actually know how to track those. I've been looking at. I have observed it seem like there's a depression somewhere, a recession somewhere, about maybe and seem to be every 12 to 15 years. Far as from what I'm looking at. So if we, with the latest one being the housing debacle back in 2018, I know I got caught up in that. I lost my home with that. Because I had a safe. I had a safe mortgage. I had a fixed mortgage. I wasn't doing any exotic loans, or there was a 6% mortgage rate. I could pay for that out of my own income. I didn't need my wife's income to do that. Which was the way it should have been structured. But I lost my $55,000 job. Through no fault of my own. The company got sold. Okay, and here and there, you didn't have the income, and so it went the way of foreclosure. Well, looking at that was back around 2011, lost a home, not too far away, not too long ago. But and so I knew what it was to have money. I knew what it was to have money by creating a business. I knew what it was to be broke. Now I know what it is to have money, coming in by residual income with Carrot Bars, which is by far superior to any job and all the rest of the things I work. But now I know how to walk in the wisdom of knowing what to do with the thing. I'm not a flashy guy. Actually very plain and unassuming if you see me. There's no Audi A8s out there. Matter of fact, there's a 2015 Toyota RAV4, in the driveway. Nothing fancy. I keep my bike in the back, because I like to ride. Modest dwellings I live in, and even when I'm at superior income, I'm not looking just to grab those things just yet. I mean, I've learned how to do what a lot. What I'm concerned about, and I learned how to do, with having a little, and I learned how to live on having a lot. And I was never one of those guys that really leverage myself. The thing that my over leverage myself. My bleeding used to come by impulse spending. I'll go in the store and I didn't like to go in with lists. So I'm thinking I'm going to walk out about maybe $20, heck, $80 later or $120 later. That's ill planning. And believe me, that costs me. Unfortunately, I still do something like that today. But I do it most at Publix and stuff like that. But for some reason, I just like to go down there and I can justify. Let me get some black eyed peas, and just going down there for black eyed peas. Then all of a sudden, $40 later, I'm coming out like, what the heck it is? Well, I already justified it. Got to use it.
And then my problem is I love to eat out. So that's my problem. That Uber.
Yeah, you get out, man, you grab this. What I need to start doing, these two things right here, the Carrot Bar card right here, and this right here, I need to just leave these at the house. That'll force me not to do it, whatever it takes. But I also can go. I also have the discipline to go like, gold is $6.72, €6.72 for 0.1 gram of gold. Instead of buying that cheeseburger, I got that impulse to go. Let me go in there and buy me one of the cash gold nuggets. Let me just go there and pick up one of these. I mean, this is going to go up in value. 0.1 in crash gold. That's gold. It's going to go up. I'll be hungry again, but I really don't need that burger. I just got a taste for it, And so I'm doing that more. Let me go get me some more cryptocurrency. Let me buy another gram of gold. Let me talk to someone, as far as within my Carrot Bar business, that I can use to expand my network, expand my income just off a whim. A couple of phone calls. Let me just do that. And so I teach myself to do productive activities. Now, if I don't really have a lot of business savvy that I'm talking about, what I'm doing, I'm hoarding cash. I'm hoarding particularly gold. I'm putting gold in my gold savings account. I'm using that for a day that about maybe if something does come up, another opportunity does see that I can move on with my residual income right here. Then I have the capital to move on it, because I believe in you must pay yourself first. I believe you got to keep your debt ratio low or zero, and I believe you got to duplicate your efforts of others. We talk about Carrot Bars as a vehicle of wealth, and I promise you that it is. No, I mean, Dynas and I can see the light at the tunnel. We're not there, but we can see the light at the tunnel.
Right.
Personally, we know someone who is there, and once again, another very unassuming man. If you see this individual, you wouldn't think nothing really flashy about him, but he's one of the top income earners, in this business. But you'll never know it by looking at him. Drives a 2013 Kia. You never know it.
Hey, can I real quick, guys? Make sure you click on that affiliate link. Again, my affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, sign up as affiliate. I'll personally call you. Also, it's on the ticker here, and it will also be in the description. Have you guys heard anything about possible gold confiscation if the economy crashes? I mean, I haven't thought that.
I haven't heard of it. I haven't heard of it recently, but back around the turn of the century, they did do that. They required you to turn your gold in. Good thing most of my gold is offshores.
All right.
Good things my gold is mostly offshore. I mean, someone say, well, Fitzgerald, Fitzgerald, these couple gram gold cars. You got to get what gram gold cars? It's not in the bank. What are you talking about? Well, the one you flashed up on TV. That was props, dog. That was props. Just like a pop gun. What are you talking about? Get it? I mean, I'm not hearing that. So before that started happening, use my passport to get the heck on or something. I'm not hearing that. I don't believe in taking someone just being the ability to take my wealth. That's what they did to slaves. So I'm not hearing that. So could it happen? Anything's possible. Anything is possible. But once again, this comes to those things of preparation. If that's a possibility, well, maybe I need to look in offshore accounts. Maybe I need to look at the Caymans. Maybe I need to look at the Swiss. Maybe I need to look at putting my gold and everything in trust. South Carolina has a great state for that. As far as with certain rules. So, in other words, maybe I need to protect myself, and that the listener brought up a very good point. What if that does start happening, Fitzgerald? Maybe you need to start looking at things like that, and I will. But I'm talking about being prepared to seize opportunities when it comes. Once again, Dynas and I, we can get you to the income that you're willing to work for residually. We really can. I used to think that was so tough. It's not. It really isn't. Save a lot of gold, tell a lot of people, make a lot of money, repeat. Build your network, which is going to build your net worth. With 149 countries and close to over a 7 billion audience potential, believe me, you can do it. Okay, and you don't need any one. The product is gold. You literally get paid to save. Right. And which your gold is automatically going up in value. Gold's in practically a bull market right now. And so you have that. You can create your residual income that would dwarf anything you're doing right now. Anything, being you call yourself the orthopedic surgeon or whatever, it will dwarf anything you're doing now financially. No, and so then you have the other component that you're able to have your own home-based business. Who doesn't need that in these times? Right, exactly. Where you can minimize your tax burden, because as a business owner, you're able to write off and take advantage of business tax deductions that are just simply not available to you as a regular U2 employee. They're just simply not there. And then on the final note that I like them all. On the final note, that you're able to leave your business empire along with the residual income that it has created to your children or to your spouse in the event of your death. So we think it's some very, very good perks. You run a global business from the comfort of your home by way of a cell phone or a computer. I just finished talking to a lady. She's not too far away from me now, over in the Orlando market. Now that's about probably about a little over 90 miles away from me, heading to the east.
Are the parks open back up yet or no?
I haven't heard anything about it.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about it, and that they can't do that. I mean, it's some businesses has opened up now, including up in your state of Georgia, right there. Then also the outbreaks have started back up again, because just because the president or the governors want to rush you back to work, that doesn't mean that this little illness out there saying, this little virus out there saying, okay, well, I guess they said we had to go back to work, let me stop. And no, it doesn't work like that. So until they start isolating that, people don't know when they can actually go back, which I can understand governments and wanting to have people go back to work, because they're losing hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue. Right. They're having to play out these unemployment claims without having anyone else working to make the money to recharge the claim. People need supplies. People need. It's a catch-22. And ultimately, people cannot keep staying out of work indefinitely. They have to go out and earn an income. But what Dynas and Amir and myself advocate, you don't have to go earn an income by working someone's job. You can earn a very nice income by having your own home-based business through Carrot Bars. That you can work for the luxury of your own home, and you can get paid every day if you want to. Make money every single day. It's going to get paid to you every Friday in euros loaded up on your Carrot Bars MasterCard. And, and it's not going to interfere with what you're doing right now. If you're working on any job, great. Still become a part of this where you can create your residual income. Great, because I'm a firm believer that you can have no more, you never have enough streams of residual income. We have a business affiliate, Roger Williams, Carrot Bar affiliate, been free in this business, like Michael Delco, Mr. Ty Best, Miss Tanisha Glaspie, Mr. Rodney Berger, free people. This is all we do. This is all I do. No. And so Mr. Williams, Mr. Roger Williams says, if you understood what residual income is, you will run through a brick wall to get it.
Right.
Let me explain residual income. Residual income is doing the work for something once or a few times and constantly getting paid for it without you having to spade your time in to keep doing it. In other words, residual income will take you off the hamster wheel. You don't have to keep running and chasing dollars. Residual income actually has where dollars are chasing you, literally where money is working for you. And it's coming in, and it's coming in, and it's coming in. As Prince Dynas Amir said, that's mailbox money.
Mailbox money.
Like people who are getting royalties and dividends or getting compensated for rental properties. But I can't even compare rental properties much to this, because you got a lot of overhead with those properties. You still got to pay the upkeep for the maintaining of the property. You got to probably pay a property management. If pipes burst, a new roof, that's all on you. And so that's cutting into your margin right there. Right. With Carrot Bars, there's no margins. There's no margins at all. You can run a global business right out the comfort of your own home, international global business. In England, Dynas and I have business partners over there, through Africa, Australia, Canada, and all kinds of places. We don't necessarily have to go there. All we do is just say to someone, hey, you keep your income options open. You look for ways to make money. Okay. They take a look at this business video. Okay. It's going to pretty much explain things. You follow them up. Did you watch the video? See an opportunity for yourself? Yes. Let's go ahead and get your free business account registered and get your package and get you started building your own gold franchise that literally will retire you. We have a guy over there, Isaac Matthias, Mr. Isaac Matthias in South Africa affiliate, took this thing by storm. And it's absolutely exploded in South Africa with its Carrot Bar system. The man had a desire. The man had a dream. Mr. Matthias will tell you, he don't want to leave Africa. He said to come to the United States. He's taking a pay cut because the euros and converting to the rands over there go so much further than what it went over here. He said, why would I want to leave here? No, why would I want to leave here? And he's absolutely right. And so he has a global team all over the world too, from his home in South Africa. See, you don't have to see, you need money, but you don't need a job to do it. See, Dynas and I want you to kind of think about options that I don't need to go out and get a second job. I don't need to worry about if I'm getting let go or health wise and stuff. I got to go find a job. You don't need a job. Oh man, I think I'll use that for the title for on my YouTube page. You don't need a job, okay? Because that really fits. Now you need income, but not a job. Right. So if you can receive residual income by building a Carrot Bars business that literally will pay you 24 hours, 7 days a week. From 149 countries, would it work? Even if you haven't taken a look at it? Let's just say, hey, I don't want to do team building, Fitzgerald. I'm good and cool where I'm at. Okay, great. I respect that, ma'am, sir. But would not least you agree that gold is a very safe investment right there, that everyone needs gold in their portfolio? All right. No, that they would maybe a little higher that, if I could pick up if I could pick up gold for by the ounce, by 1 ounce, 2.5 ounces, or 5 grams, why not? No, why not? Why not pick that up? If I say I want to go buy a piece of property, depending on where I am, I better have a very good bank account. I better be able to do that. Plus, it's going to cost me property taxes, when I build on it. Plus, it's all kinds of upkeep. It's going to appreciate, but look how much money I got to put into that. So you telling me, if I'm just buying gold, my wealth is appreciated. That's exactly what I'm telling you. When back in 2015, when I became a part of this, gold was trading somewhere $1,160 per an ounce. Right now, just by me holding on that stuff, you guys see me holding my hand. That same gold right now is going for over $1,700, probably $1,740. I made money just holding it. Okay, and so if that's what you want to do, great. If you want to build a team, great. We could show you that too. But make no doubt about it, duplication, using the leveraging of other people to build your wealth, is how the wealthy really get wealthy, and that's how they maintain their wealth. There's nothing wrong with it. They create systems that everyone else work for, and that system pays them and their family wealth, and sometimes for generations. We see that. That's why you can go pick the city that you're in right now. If it's in the afternoon, or even when the morning comes, pick the city, drive across the town where you are. Look across these developments. You're going to see people out there riding golf cars, hitting golf balls. And you look down, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. Why ain't they at work on a Tuesday? They don't have to go to work. They have a system that's working for them, that's bringing them income. You'll see some guy out there, you'll see some people, and I've done it. I'm able to show up in a movie theater on a Wednesday, like 12 o'clock, at a very good movie. Sometimes I'm like one of the few people in there. I can go down to get my hair cut like practically anytime I want. One of the few people in there. Why? Because no one controls my schedule. How is someone not able to control your schedule? Because no one controls my income. When my income comes in with this right here, on the carrot bars in euros, I go ahead and I pay for my goods and services. I control what I make. I control who many people I talk to. I can't get fired. I can't be fired from my job. I run an international conglomerate team, international gold crypto business. Like I told the guy on the bike trail, well over 11,000 affiliates, and I can do business on a bike trail, as long as I got this. I can do business. I'm working right now. That's how we're able to show up 1 o'clock in the afternoon all the time, without interruption. These are peak working hours here. It's a Thursday. Dude, you telling me you making a video at 1 o'clock? Yes, I'm telling you. Not once have you guys heard me say, I got to rush off. But hold on, man. Or hold on, they calling me. Hey, when you gonna be back, Fitzgerald? Hey, where you at, Fitzgerald? I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the stage right now. No, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. And
hey, Fitzgerald, let me cut it. So a couple of times, right, when I was at Centos, and I would be at home early, like around 3 o'clock, and I'm thinking, listen. So I get the call from my manager. So it will sound like I'm in the house. I'll go outside, like I'll run outside, and then take the call.
Yeah. That because understand if someone's paying you, and you're not working while they're paying you, and that's stealing their money. You really are. They pay you for your time. They pay you. But what if you could pay you for your time, and you could do with your time what you want to do? Oh, I'm working right now. This is as I had said to Prince Amir. You guys are probably not going to hardly see me in sweatshirts and my t-shirts and my school jerseys anymore. That's over with. This is the way I rock and roll. I used to business casual. Somewhere I had got too comfortable, but now I'm going back to my game the way Fitzgerald Stephens operate. Why? Because once I put on my business dress, and once I arm my shirts like I'm doing right now, and and go professional, it switches my mindset. Hey, I'm here for work. I'm not in here. I don't want you guys to think Carrot Bars is not work. It is. So this is the way I used to operate. Now, when I finish working, then I can come out of this, go into more casual wear and stuff. But when I'm working, like now, we're talking to you beautiful people about this incredible life changing opportunity. This is how I played. This is how I played when I used to go out and sell insurance. This is how I played when I would sell business software to companies, to increase their business, so this is my mindset, and doing something this psychologically switches me back on. That's when I get my haircut, and this is business mode for me now. So we're not here to play games. We're not here to to play with your time. So if I'm going to work for my affiliates, which I consider myself, I do. My job is to help set you up, to help you build wealth in your home. You achieve your financial goals, whatever that number is, and by helping you do that, Dynas Amir and I automatically achieve ours. Right. So my job is really to focus on you first. That's how I think. So I'll automatically get mine. That's why I sometimes spend like 2.5 hours talking to affiliates who want to know this business, who want to learn. I spend time teaching them, just like I did before a phone call, before I jumped on this stream. So duplication is the key to wealth. Duplication. You must have to duplicate. I said this story yesterday, and I was reading this about a couple of days ago. The CEO of AT&T, in his retirement package, it included $239,000 retirement pay a month. That doesn't count all the stock options that he has. $239,000 a month for life. Why could he do that, Fitzgerald? What about the guy that worked as long as he did, and he's just getting maybe a $5,000 or $3,000 pension, and no cost of living increase? I have only one word to say for that: positioning. The CEO was better positioned than the regular worker down there. Positioning. And that's what this is with Carrot Bars, how you position yourself in life. You must position yourself to win. Where you start out does matter. Where you finish matters, but where you start out does matter. And Carrot Bars right now, even before Michael Delco joined, my sponsor, my friend, a brilliant man as far as with network marketing and this business, he would tell you when he joined, there was already 300,000 people in Carrot Bars, but he didn't see that. That wasn't his game, So he started right now. He got started me. Now there are over 1 million affiliates, and a lot of those 1 million affiliates that have come in are part of his team. And so it doesn't make a difference, with where you, if you think an opportunity is saturated, that's the only saturation is in your mind. There's plenty of opportunities out there, and so you have to go ahead. The first thing is to start. Well, how do I get started in this business? Glad you asked. You can click on the link that is strolling across like the stock market ticker, and it's going to have like Dynas Amir's a Carrot Bar affiliate link. Register on this team. It takes 7 minutes. A lot of you guys should be registering, even while I'm talking right now, because that's going to be difference between you being in someone else's group or someone being in your group. We've had people, that just took action, register that, then we get to talking to them. Lo and behold, they have 300 some people, 600 some people. They don't even know it, because they're not doing the business, but at least they got started. Okay. And but you're getting started, putting yourself in position. Then when you're ready to work and rock and roll, make money with it, we can show you that. Hopefully you get started, and then we get the phone call, you get your business package, then we can start growing you well. Because I at this juncture in my life, I don't have time to poke at something, and see what it's going to do. Nor do I have time to put it into a closet, open the closet and see if it's growing. That doesn't work either. You have to work. So many of you guys are not a stranger to work anyway. Now understand something. You're already doing our business right now. You're just doing it for someone else. You're already participating in a money system right now, in a referral system right now. You're just not getting paid for it. You know, you're not. You know, so with this, you get paid for it. You get paid for your referrals. And referral based marketing is perhaps the most powerful marketing that ever was. You know, it's the chief marketing technique, and it is the most lucrative, because you don't have to pay any overheads for charge for that. And it's the most trusted, because people generally trust people, who refer them to things. Okay, so all you're doing is acquire gold for yourself, having other people refer that, and then you get paid off, not off those referrals and those referrals and those referrals and those referrals. And lo and behold, you have a very, very sizable team, along with the income that comes through it, far as for production. Dynas can tell you that. It took me years to get a hold of him. What I'm trying to say to you guys, years. And stay, no indictment on him, but timing has to be critical in people's lives. Nasha Hajasari, a gentleman who taught me the insurance game, he told me, Fitzgerald, a mechanical engineer who's been in insurance for 30 years, because he made just that much money and had to build and control his schedule, like you said, Dynas. And so he told me, Fitzgerald, all sales comes down to is two things: timing and words. Well, the timing could not be better for this type of business with what's going on in the global market. Okay, I'll supply the words, and the big thing I'm saying is, hey, let's create you a residual income. What you see going on out there in the world, don't think that can't happen to your family. Right. Let's create you an extra stream of income. Let's get you where you can use your time the way you want to, and spend the time with your family the way you want to. But now let's get you a vehicle to do it, because you don't want to go out there and start a brick and mortar business, not in this climate right now, especially if there's a stay home order. Who's going to come see you? Who's going to come see you if you spend that $1 million at McDonald's? Who's coming? And you gotta grind by spending your time, and you're gonna be glued to that job for years. I'm trying to offer you, let's go ahead and get you an static income, along with the time to enjoy that static income. Right. And let's get off the plantation. You don't have to work 20, 25, 30 years, for someone before you retire. Retiring is based on income, not age. But what if you working for yourself and you find the right vehicle and the right system that you can accomplish, in 3 to 5 years with your hard work, what many people won't accomplish to 20 or 30 years doing it for someone else? What if you had an income that goes up with inflation? What if you had an opportunity? What if you're unlimited? What if it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Jew, Gentile, Asian? What if it doesn't matter if you're divorced, if you had a criminal record before? What if those things don't matter? What if the only thing matters, that with your hustle, with your ability and your worth ethic and your ability and your hunger to win? What if it doesn't matter if you're not plugged into the right clique at work, or you didn't come out the right sorority, or you're not the boss's daughter, or dating the boss's daughter, or the boss's son? What if you could circumvent all that? What if no one could fire you? What if you could have your own hours? What if you can make as much as you're willing to work for? What if you could pass that on to your family? What if you could have your own business that you could work out a portion of your home, which allow you to actually write a portion of your home's cost off, because you're doing business from home or your apartment? What if you could have the duplication effect? What if you didn't have no markets limitations? What if you could have businesses all over the world? One market dry, they may saying like United States is, man, and Canada, North America, they're having a real bad time. What if you decide that I want to focus on Africa? Africa is the fastest emerging global market in the world right now. Those guys are popping right now. What if you can say, well, I want to deal with Tanzania, Madagascar, I'm sorry, Mozambique. We're not in Madagascar yet. Nigeria.
We're in Mozambique.
Yeah, we're in Mozambique. South Africa, Namibia, Cote d'Ivoire, What did you, what, no, we're not in Côte d'Ivoire, but Egypt. You know, what did you say? I want to deal with these markets, and I want to put me Carrot Bar affiliates, and I want to target that market over there. Well, how do I target? The same way you do anything else. You know, you can target through free marketing with social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. You know, what did you put on there? Hey, do you keep your income options open? You know, better to save in gold, better to save in gold than paper that burns. That one line right there, that one line that a friend of mine named Mrs. Sherry Brown is put on a social media platform, a Facebook post. There was a lady named Miss Tanisha Glaspie saw that. You know, Miss Tanisha Glaspie, highly educated woman, but highly driven woman. She saw that one thing. And Miss Tanisha Glaspie has personally sponsored close to 560 people in this business and has been free for over going on 4 years as a result of this business. She would tell you right there, she was in a prayer closet playing "God Send Me Something." And she saw that and she answered, didn't even call Mrs. Sherry Brown. You know, just got her package, started off with a business package and went to work, and one of the premier people in here. You never know who you're talking to. Right. You never know who you're reaching out to. You don't, you know, I'm a big proponent. Don't spend money out of someone else's pockets. Don't count the money in someone else's pockets. You know, for those of you think, well, they can't afford these business packages. Don't spend the money. You'll be amazed what people come up with once they see the value in it.
Right.
You know, it definitely works. It definitely works for me. You know, and it works for anyone else. So what are we going to do? Okay. First of all, let's get started. Go ahead and register your free account. Free? What you got to lose? Think about that statement I just said. And you want to start a business right now, depending on what it is, okay, be prepared to have lines of credit, be prepared to hire employees, be prepared to get supplies, goods, be prepared to do all that. Be prepared to find a building, be prepared to pay utilities, be prepared to pay payroll taxes. You need people, be prepared to pay. Okay, this thing pays you. Okay. Second thing, you know, once you register that business, and once you register your Carrot Bar business, you want to click on your affiliate link, and so they're your email rather. You verify your account. You're going to get a call from Prince Dynas Amir, because once you register in his team, he's going to have a record of you. He's going to help you with your business package, help you with your saving at least a gram of gold a month. And then he's going to automatically turn you on to me. What am I going to do? I'm going to plug you into the Wealth Builder training system. We have trainings every single day that can do a far better job than what I'm doing, you know, and so you can actually use those trainings to duplicate that show other people where you don't have to train them and you can do that for themselves. Then I'm going to show you how to navigate your website. I'm going to show you how the first thing I'm going to do is do a goal statement with you. I want to know why you're doing this. Why you're doing this is very important. And if you don't have a why, I suggest you just don't become a part, because you're not going to do what's necessary to win. You got to know where you're going, you know, which is another thing that really hangs the poor and middle class up, that keeps them poor. They don't know where they're going. Okay. And so once we do that, we get around in there, figure out what it is. I'm going to show you how to keep it. Actually, on Dynas's premier Amir page, that we're going to be doing a global webinar with Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. The gentleman wrote Rich Dad Poor Dads, with the founder of Carrot Bar, Dr. Harold Constantine Sykes, a genius in the money and economic gains of what he does. You know, that's going to be going on 2:30. I suggest you watch that. To get a global picture. See, Carrot Bars is way bigger than just Fitzgerald Stephens and Dynas Amir. It's a global movement, being able to attract wealth from around the world. You know, and so we're looking for business partners, as I've been saying now, but not just anyone. You know, not just any. Just like for your business, if you had a business, you don't hire just anyone to come work in your business. You're looking for the right fit. You're looking for the right chemistry to help expand your brand. Same thing as with Dynas and I. We're looking for the right fit. The number one thing is, hey, you want to change the course of your life. You got something you really want to work for. You need residual income, and you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again, especially with the economic climate we have now. Okay, so you have to do something. You're the ones we're looking for, and you're willing to work. And your mentality is Dynass and Fitzgerald will stack it up and I come knock it down. We're not those individuals. No. And so what we're talking about is making legacy wealth, building wealth as a legacy for you and your family. Wealth, not just being rich, wealth, you don't have to count the money. Wealth keeps coming in and in and in. Riches, I pay you I can give you $1 million. You might be rich, but you don't have anything to replenish it. But you're not wealthy. If I'm giving you 500, if you're earning $500,000 per month continually, you're wealthy. That's what we're talking about, creating a wealth system. Carrot Bars is a wealth system. That's what it does. Creates wealth for affiliates. And so on that note, Dynass, I'm finished. I got to get ready for this webinar myself. And, once again, it's going to be at 2:30. The link is on Search for Uru. You guys can actually look at that. And
Facebook page is up there.
Yeah, and on its Facebook page, I implore you to look at that, and I implore you to invite others. But before you invite others, make sure you have your registration in there so that you can show them. They can come in and be a part of your team. Which is relatively easy to do. And we look forward to seeing you guys on the beaches of the world. You can do this. You were created to be winners. You don't have to go out there and figure out. You don't have to bang your head up against the wall worrying about how your next with some silly bill for $300 or 600 pounds or that's insignificant. You don't have to bang your head. Your blood pressure don't have to keep going up because someone's saying, okay, you can't work anymore. Tell them to keep it. Give it to someone else. I don't need it anyway. I'll create my own. Have the courage and the gumption to feel like that about yourself. You was born to be great. There is no do-overs in life. This is the only one you get. And it's up to you to create the life that you want. Deuteronomy 8:18, it says the Lord God says, hey, I've given you the power to create wealth, the power to create. I've given you the power to create. It's not going to fall down in the sky for you. It's not going to fall down. You got to go out and create it with your intellect. We're plugging into systems like this, and you can do it. Or you can sit up there and play me the Somebody Done Me Wrong song, talking about, the white man keeping me down, the black man keeping me down, the Indian man keeping me down, the Chinese man keeping me down. They ain't giving us jobs. These politicians ain't taking care of us like they promised. Taking care of you. Taking care of you. If you grown, that's your job. Now, if you saying that if I had a child and that child was like 5 years old and say, Daddy, you ain't taking care of me, son, you got a good point. We're gonna correct by that because you're my responsibility.
Right.
You'll always be my responsibility. But that same child coming in at 30 years old, Daddy ain't taking care of me. Tell you what, son, we're gonna find you a job right now. We're gonna find you a business, but I'm gonna show you how to be a man and handle business. Because, well, Daddy, you can give it to me. Your Carrot Bar business is booming. Yes, mine is. What is yours going to do? I need to show you the value of work. Because if you don't understand that, man, you'll always have be like a beggar mentality. And I can't do that. And Dad ain't going to be here for always. Right. So I believe in personal responsibility. Therefore, I detest politics and dang their politicians. Don't care about them at all. Because you know what? They behooving people. All they care about is your vote. And they take care of themselves, but their job is not to take care of you, ma'am, sir. Especially, sir, if you're married, you have a family. It's your job to take care of your family. They have your last name. You don't have theirs. Okay, woman, if you're single, it's your job. Now you got to take care of them. It's not the government's job to provide guaranteed aid. That's a fallacy. That makes you weak. So it's your job to figure out how to take care of your offspring. And that belongs to you because, the job can fire you any moment. You can lose your health in a microsecond. I've lived both of them. Separation, divorce, even death of a spouse can turn your world upside down. I lived it. You know, you can have a number of factors that are simply out of your control, and perhaps that is the worst tragedy of this. You know what's going on with now. We see many people have done it right, Dinaz. They worked hard, they saved for their retirement, they did all these things, and a little virus that came out of China. You know, came from that providence. It's some turned their lives upside down.
Right.
Some people have lost their jobs. Some people, many hundreds of millions of dollars, you know, even close to a couple of $1 billion have been lost with businesses closing, revenue being lost. Countries are having to go into major debt to keep up with the citizen populace. We see, and these are some good people, but the world don't really care about your goodness for much or so. The world, the world is ran by the god Mammoth, and Mammoth says one thing: do you have the money or do you not? Go to the grocery. He's very cruel. Do you have the money or do you not? That's the god of this world, and you have to have resources here. You're getting upset. You're crying. You're going into a corn depression. Okay, once you come out of that, do you have the money or do you not? So you got to get into systems that make you wealth and make your family wealth. And I have, in all 55 of my years of living on God's earth, I never seen one like carrot bars for the average man. Never. What exactly Zilch startup costs? You know, the product is gold. What's the worst can happen to me? I have a whole bunch of gold in my garage. My wealth is still going up. You know, gold is what hedges things. I don't have to necessarily spend it. I could just hold on to it. And I get paid in euros. I run a business from the comfort of my home down here in Tampa, Florida. I work my own hours. I can talk to people all over the world. Have business partners all over the world. I don't necessarily have to go there. I can not only help myself build wealth, but I can help them build wealth. As a matter of fact, my philosophy, I concentrate on other people more than myself. Why? Because as Zig Ziglar said, you can have anything you want as long as you're willing to help enough people get what they want. And I find it to be absolutely true. You know, and so it just like it's working for me, it'll work for you. Both Diane Samir and I, we want you to understand we were not gifted with some great powers of persuasion. We just want to be free. We all, both him and I, started at zero. Just like you will, and we built something great, but it's not great to us. We're still building. As far as we're concerned, we're just starting out. You know, so there are millions of people need help, and we're trying to reach every single one of them. You know, and you can be one of the largest income earners in this. You can make more money than Dynas and I easily, even though we're way in ahead of you. You can make more money than Michael Delco. You just got to be outwork us. You know, so, you know, it's up to you. Or you can run into the person like that. You can sponsor the person like that. You know, and on the final thing, Warren Buffett has said, if you don't figure out a way to make money while you sleep, you are literally going to work until you die. This is fact. Fitzgerald Stephens says, if you don't make moves, moves will be made on you. And Fitzgerald Stephens also says, if you are working hard for your money, you're doing it wrong. Right. Your money must work hard for you. And, you know, in that last statement, man, that's almost like a shocker because, you know, it's hard to realize that something is wrong that you've been programmed to do all your life. All my life, I've heard, man, I work hard for my money. I mean, I used to say I work hard for my money, but the harder I work, the harder I work for the money, the more it seemed to leave my hand, and the more I had to put my energy in to give it. So I learned my money must work hard for me, because I can't my money can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't. I get sick. My money doesn't. You know, if my money's working for me, I have a continual income stream. And so that's what I did. And once I was one of those individuals, once I understood that I was doing it wrong, hey, I left that because I have that ability. Once I see something not working and someone shows me a better way, hey, forget about what I'm thinking. I just really want what you got. I want to learn this because I'm tired of my blood pressure going up at night, Sunday night, especially when I got to go to work. I'm tired of some dude talking to me like I'm a child. Or he had a bad day with his spouse. Then they're gonna come take it out on me, knowing you can't do anything, like do anything because you need the job. I'm tired of taking my phone with me on vacation. I should be enjoying my vacation, but I got to keep my phone on because you know what? That's probably one of my clients, and I got to make myself available to him. I'm tired of going to work, when my head is so hurting because of stress. And I got to work through it anyway. I'm tired of not being able to take vacation because I'm afraid of losing a sale. This is the way I used to live. Frustrated, practically everything. The broom. What the broom doing in the wrong place? How come that pillow on the couch ain't fluffy?
Right. He projected on everybody else.
Yeah, you projecting on it. You don't mean to. It's hard for a relationship in that type of stress. Why does that water keep dripping? Why these lights on in the house? Who left it on?
Oh man.
People with children. Hey, Dad, can I go to the store? Can we go to the movie? What? You think I made the money? Can't afford it. Child walks away with his head come down because he's like, all I wanted to do was just go to the store. And you crush the little spirit, not because you're a hateful parent, because you're under that much pressure. But the child don't see it like that. Child don't see it like that. And y'all can laugh at it as you want to, but it's not funny at all. I remember being under that type of pressure, growing up one time, and ultimately it contributed to the breakdown of my parents' marriage. The financial pressure. That's one of the things that led to the breakdown of mine. Well, I was a big time comic book collector, and I some of the comic books I saw them up in Montreal over 25 years ago, and it was going something like $30-something a piece back then, and I had many of them. I had some, and so I would go to the drugstore and I put these comic books on layaway. I'm the oldest of three sons, and the guy said, "Son, you gonna get that?" I said, "Yeah, my dad's gonna come in, pick them up for me." And I told my dad, I finally got him to go down there, and thought he was going to pick up the books. Well, I was like 7 years old. I didn't know how to say, "Dad, I got some comic books on layaway, probably about like $15, but you can get them from." I didn't know. I just say, "Dad, I got some books. Can you get them?" My father told me, he said, "No, just go ahead and put them back. He ain't getting them." I was crushed. 55 years old, and I think about that now. Are you hung up on comic books? It wasn't hung up because that was my dream back then. That was my dream. And a man who could have got it, he didn't. But I didn't realize the financial pressure father was under.
Right.
I didn't realize the pressure. I just saw that was dad, and dad wasn't getting me, who wasn't helping me. But it crushed my little spirit back then. And so many people are crushed by that today. How does that apply? Well, I want to go start my own business. You can't do that. Who are you to think you can work? We always work for everyone in our family. We work. This is the way we've always done it. Just because the way it always done don't make it right. Just because that that don't make you. You take a man's dream away from a woman's dream. You take their life. The grave will catch up with them later. You destroy them. And so people going to these jobs that's degrading them, beating them down to end up with nothing, wearing themselves out to oblivion, all these health-related problems. A lot of your problems are caused by financial stress, a whole lot of them. And see, I understand that. And so I'm saying, hey, if you want to open up a orphanage for young children, you want to open up a shelter for battered women, you want to open up a thing for inmates who once they get out of prison need jobs, you can do that. Some of you guys are doing stuff that even though you're very good at it, you have to do it to pay the bills. What would you do if money and time was an issue with you? What would you do if you have freedom? Freedom, as defined by Fitzgerald Stephens, having enough time along with enough money to do what I want, when I want, with who I want, where I want, for as long as I want, without having to ask any man or woman permission. That's freedom to me. That's what I go after. And that's what I hope you guys are looking for. This world ain't playing with you. And you only have so much time. Shouldn't your time be used the way you want to do? This is not a do-over, ladies and gentlemen. And we're accelerating. And for those of you who are real young and think you got all the time in the world, you don't.
I remember when I'm 38. I remember when I first stepped foot at University of Georgia. June of 2000. I remember that.
I was talking to a lady today. She's, born in 1982 in affiliate arts. God, I graduated in 1983. I'm like, damn, you kind of up there. But my father told me, this is the final thing. He said, okay, for those of you who think you got all the world, the time, and you're still young and you want to live your life and have your fun, your decisions can come back and haunt you. I promise you, your decisions can come back and haunt you. I can do what I want to do. Your decisions can come back and haunt you. You better make them wisely. But when you turn 30, that's when life turns its afterburners on. That's what Daddy told me too. I mean, it just accelerates then. When you turn 30 is a very pivotal moment. Don't ask me, but this time goes by. I can't really tell you what happened in my 30s really much. My 40s, wake up, I'm 55 years old. I can't tell you what happened to the 80s much. Definitely can't tell you anything what happened to the 90s. 2000s, what was that? When was that? So I'm measuring time in 10-year increments right now. Right. But it goes by. Then lo and behold, you wake up and you realize, man, I haven't really lived my life what I've been doing. I've just been taking anything. I've just been accepting everything. Now I'm almost out of time, because if God Almighty, let's say if I do live double, that's 110 years old. We have some family members in my family that approach that. Many of them make it. But I probably lived over half my life right now. I want to live my life on my time, doing things that I love. But I have to have money and time to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Go ahead and definitely click on that link, register your account. After you finish with that, I asked you guys not to call us right away because I want to get on that Robert Kiyosaki broadcast with Dr. Harold Sykes, the founder of Carrot Bars. And you need to be on it too, because it's going to give you a global vision. What this man is doing, he's creating a whole new financial ecosystem that is based on gold. That's money. And so, so you will see some powerful things there, and you will hear some powerful things, but take advantage of the opportunity that's afforded to you through this opportunity. And, we look forward to seeing you guys on the beaches of the world. There's plenty of room at the top.
Absolutely.
God bless you all.
Thank you, for sure. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also go to dynastymir.com. My affiliate link is in the chat room. Click on the affiliate link, my Carrot Bars affiliate link. Sign up as an affiliate. Is also on the ticker and also be in the description. Sign up as an affiliate. I'll personally call you. Thank you so much. Till next time, family. Dynasty Mir, search for Huru. Peace.